Coal Region Discontent. We are here to sit down and talk with Mr. Vinny Clausi. He's running for Northumberland County Commissioner in 2023 here. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Vinny Clausi. I'm running for Northumberland County Commissioner, and I appreciate everybody's support. And anybody has any question, anybody can answer, and I answer any question you want.
Okay.
Mike, can you turn your volume down your phone? It's looping. Thank you.
Well, Vinny, like I said, you're a businessman, correct?
Yes, I am a businessman. I had in my life a thousands employer, and I know how to do budget. I know how to get along with people. I know how to run a business. I mean, I'm a businessman, and I'm not a politician.
Well, I mean,
I work for Lowe's company for distribution center. We used to do concrete and millions of dollars worth of work, and I had a lot of employer. My area with Lowe's company was from Massachusetts all the way down to Chicago. I mean, I've been around and I know what business is all about it.
now you were a county commissioner before in this county.
I was a county commissioner from 2008 to the end of 15. I was 8 years there. When I was a county commissioner, I assumed a budget of $95 million. When I left, the budget was $64 million. Also, when I was there in 2008, we had 926 employees. When I left, we had 504. I sold a Mountview Manor. I got a $16.5 million. I put all to the long-term debt. I mean, I had a surplus when I left. I had a $3 million surplus. Okay, never in Northumberland County had a surplus.
So you said to the end of 2015 is when you were commissioner. Now this is 8 years later, and you've been out of the spotlight, out of the office for 8 years.
Yeah, I've been out of the office, but I've been watching every day what's going on. I give you an example. Okay, when I was there, we was building the prison at Celotex in Sunbury. Okay, the prison burned down. We was building the prison down there. It was ready to build, and Rick Shock and Chickatano, they moved it from Celotex to Coal Township. And then they said the reason why they could not build in Celotex because the ground was contaminated. They lie. As you look at the newspaper the day before yesterday, and today, they admitted it was no contamination ground. So they lie. Now, 20 years ago, they gave 150 acres to juvenile detention. They give them for free, 150 acres, right? Now we bought it back for $6.5 million. That's a disgrace. And
that's where the current prison is. Now I know you've been open about talking about the problems with the prison.
They have a lot of problems at the prison. Okay, Chickatano, he cut the budget $1.5 million for this year because they didn't have the money to function. Okay, they went from 84 employees to 25 employees at the prison. Now how do you run a prison with 25 employees? Okay, what are they doing? The people don't show up. Then they lock down the prison. They do lockdown. They don't understand it's a federal law. You only do lockdown when you have a problem with the prison. When you have a right or something. You cannot lock down a prison because you don't have no employee. That's civil right violation.
Now are they, you said they only have 25 employees, so what happens when there's nobody there? Do they have people that cover for those people? Or?
They just do lockdown. They do lockdown. They demand the people to work 16 hours a day, 24 hours a day. I don't know what are they doing, but they don't have the employee to function. So they cut $1.5 million, and now they're not having the money to pay the employer. So they're making $14, $15 an hour. Okay, so you go work at McDonald's. In the strip, they have a sign up that says McDonald's hired right now for $20 an hour. Okay. And we pay people $14, $15 an hour, whatever. They give them maybe a little bit raise now, about $15.50. But besides the point, how do you cut a budget $1.5 million when every year the budget go up, it don't go down? So you want to look good because you balance the budget? Next year they're gonna have a $6 million deficit.
That's a lot.
Between $6 and $6.5 million. And so this morning I was in the radio. They said, "How do you figure that out?" I said, right there, just to bring the employee back just at the prison, you need another $3 million.
Well, I mean, is there any way that say you're winning as a commissioner. If you win as a commissioner, what plan do you propose?
Well, I can tell you right now, and I even told this to Sam Shikatana 6 months ago. I say, why you not do your own medical staff at the prison? They have a medical staff at the prison, a company, okay? They pay $110,000 a month, okay? Plus the extra. When somebody cuts a finger, they go to the hospital, blah, 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 blah. So I figure out it's about $1,300,000 a year, okay? And so I'm elected for county commissioner. I'm going to create my own medical staff. Okay, I'm going to have a psychiatrist and call for $100,000 a year. I'm going to have a doctor and call for $100,000 a year. And I'm going to hire 6 LPN, $50,000 each. Okay, so we spending $500,000 out of $1,300,000. You have $800,000 left. Now we can get that money and put it towards the employer to bring the people to work.
I mean, the only way you're going to get people to come to that place and risk their lives pretty much sometimes to hold dangerous inmates if there are in there.
Can I do a miracle? I mean, I can't do miracles. They don't have the money, but we have to find the money to function. You got to pay the bill, you got to pay your light bill, you got to pay your phone, you got to pay your heat. If you don't pay your bill, what are you going to do? File bankruptcy? That's an embarrassment in Northumberland County.
So, if they're saying about the $6 million deficit, now is there things that you see that are in the budget now, or things that could be eliminated from the budget?
Listen, everything I ask about the budget right now, I have to do the right to know request. I have to wait a month and a half, to get a right to know request. So when I'm there, I could go look at the book in 2-3 days. Okay, I'm not gonna keep do a right to know request every day, because I'm not getting. I get it and I don't get it. I get it and I don't get it. You know what I mean? So, but I'm telling you, how'd I come out with a $6 million, $6.5 million? Just at the prison, they're gonna be $3 million in debt. Just the prison. We have a 911. Okay, let's talk a little bit about 911.
The 911 dispatch center?
Yeah, 911. They lost an employee 4 years ago. They never hired the employee to train the 911 staff.
The employee they lost 4 years ago was...
It was a trainer. They trained the employee, they train all the employees to work in 911 dispatch. So you have to train them people. You just can't put somebody in the dispatch just like that. So you guys, Chad Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Chad Ryan used to be a sheriff in the county. Me and him, we didn't see eye to eye. For many years, we didn't see eye to eye. But what's right's right, what's wrong's wrong. The wife was having a baby, her water broke, the ambulance, it never showed up for an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. They dispatched a different location, okay? The baby died, okay? The mommy was in the hospital for 7 hours in surgery because she was bleeding. Okay, we lost a child because of stupidity. That could happen to anybody in the county, to you, to your mother, to your brother, to your son, or to your daughter. We must fix 911. It's the most important thing in my budget. 911, we got to fix it.
Well,
the prison, we got to fix it.
There was a lot of people that has been complaining about the switch over and the new 911 system. Like you said, sending them out to wrong houses, sending the wrong box of fire departments so that they're there later.
Well, yeah, I give you an example. Yesterday I was pouring concrete right in the corner next to my house. Okay, they dispatched the people for Shamokin and the fire was in Cole Township. I mean, it's insane.
There's nobody there.
And I don't blame the worker. They don't have enough staff to work there. So, and for me, the 911, it's a life-saver. It's the most important issue in my budget. 911, the most important. Number one is 911, I gotta fix it. They pay in seven and a half, I think they pay they pay, let me say, 7, 14, 21, $96,000 a year to rent that building in Sunbury, okay? Why they don't take that money and borrow the money and put that money towards the loan and create a 911 a new building and do a state-of-the-art facility? Why we pay rent? When I was a county commissioner, I bought 3 buildings in Sunbury. They was paying $20 million. They was going to pay $20 million in 10 years. Okay, I bought the building for $7.5 million, and they got paid for the federal government. I mean, you gotta have a brain to run a business.
Well, I mean, and government and the county is a business now.
But the county should not be in business. They not belong in business.
Well, I know there's a lawsuit or something with the county and Cole Township over.
Listen, I'm not gonna go in there because I've been travel when that happened. I mean, I pay attention to my business. Whatever happened with them about the permit fee, okay, they did it. Let them straighten them out. I'm not getting in the middle.
Okay. So now, like I said, this is 8 years later that you haven't been a commissioner. What makes you want to run right now?
Just what I see. I don't need the money. I'm a wealthy man. Okay, I spend a ton of money to run. Okay, I'm doing because I love the people. I love the children. Okay, you guys know I went to the Ukraine. I risked my own life to take care of kids. I bring $150,000 to the Ukrainian. Okay, so let me talk about the children. We have children and youth. When I was there, we had 274 children under children and youth program. Okay, now they have it below 50. So who takes care of these children? Nobody cares anymore. They only go around the commission with a suit to take a picture with the newspaper. Go to work. Claiborne, we call him a Country Club Joe. His own people, they put the name of Country Club Joe because he never goes to work.
Well, so you want to run because you see
It's a lot of waste. A lot of waste. The county's going the wrong direction. Okay, I'm not going to be a career politician. I'm going to go there for 4 years and I'm going to fix it.
Okay, so let's see if we have any questions here. But there was some other things, like even with the prison. Again, a lot of people were wondering, and it came up before about our county prison is the only prison. Well, if it's short-staffed, it obviously can't have it.
Listen, let me tell you what happened, guys. As I would have built the prison, when I left, we bought a steel. Ready to steel, it was in Sunbury to start to build the prison.
Laid there for a while.
They laid there, but they lied. They say it was a contamination. It was not contamination. It was in the paper yesterday and the day before. Okay. Now, when I was there, I was pushing for 300 cell. Okay, 100 cell was going to be for the federal government to bring the prison for the federal government into allocation. We get $225 per day. So 100 people, as you multiply $225 per day, 7 days a week, 365 days, it's over $9 million a year. I could have run the prison with no money, no taxpayer money. I would have got the money from there and run the prison.
Well, besides the prison, and the 911 center is a really important issue that a lot of people have spoken
It's the most important issue in my agenda.
I mean, absolutely. People should feel safe.
We work with people's life. We cannot play games. We cannot save $45,000 because we don't have the money in the budget. We want to cover up the budget. We're going to say, oh, we don't raise tax this year, okay? But they don't have enough money to function. And I'm not saying I'm going to raise tax, but we got to look everything first.
Do you feel that there's other
a lot of waste? A lot of waste.
Do you feel like there's other avenues of money that the county could be getting, of funds that they're not receiving?
Well, let me tell you another thing. I was the only commission when I was there from 2008 to 2015. Okay, I bring in Ellisburg, okay, Grand Dane. Okay, Grand Dane, it was an industry. They was going to go to South Carolina. So I was in Chicago, do business with Lowe's, okay, and I went up and visited them, okay, downtown Chicago, and I tried my best to bring it here, and I did. I was successful to bring it here. I got them from North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever they was going, to Northumberland County. But I got to give a 7-year free tax, okay, county tax. So now what happened? We created 400 jobs. Now we have 400 jobs, and now they start to pay tax again.
And that is a lot. That's one.
I'm saying we would have lost. We got to do what's right.
Well, that would have been my next question. My next question would have been like,
I was the only commission. I bring 400 jobs in Northumberland County, maybe in 50 years.
Well, we need more employers like that to come here.
Absolutely. But can I going to be successful to say I'm going to get another one for 400 employees? I don't know. But I will try. Listen, I work for Lowe's company. I have a lot of connection in the United States. I can even talk to Lowe's to come here and do a flat distribution center. Okay, they have two distribution centers. One is a flat distribution center where they sell a lot of wood and everything else. And then they have a box. We have a box in 901 and 81. We have a Lowe's up there, but that's a box store. Okay, they're looking to bring a store around here for flat distribution center. But I'm saying to you, I have a lot of connection in big company, big corporation. Okay, I'm gonna tell the people I'm gonna bring 20 job, I'm gonna create a 50 job, 100 job. I don't know. I'm gonna try my best.
And a lot of people are looking for people to find ways to invite companies into our county.
Absolutely. But the reason why I was successful to bring Grand Dane is because I had to give a 7-year free tax. All the county tax, no school tax, no city tax, no municipality tax. I did it. Now they're back paying the tax. And we have 400 jobs. Start at $25 an hour.
Yeah, they are one of the higher paying employers, and the amount of revenue that probably gets brought around this county by how many employees they have probably makes up for that.
Listen, anybody can be a commissioner, but you got to do your job.
Are you going to be a full-time
I retire, I'll be full-time commissioner.
Yeah.
Every day I'll be a Sunbury.
Because a lot of
Now I got to go on vacation once in a while. I have a right to live my life too.
well, with the job market and stuff, the way it is in Northumberland County, a lot of people contribute that to the higher rate of crime. People not having jobs, not having purpose.
Well, you see, I advertise on my brochure, okay, that we're going to have a hotline, okay, to call anybody to turn in a criminal, drugs, okay. I am for to get rid of all the drug deal in Northumberland County. And believe me, we're going to get rid of it, because I'm going to work with Judge Rosini, Judge Jones. I'm going to work with all the judges, all the magistrates, and we're going to do what's right to get rid of it. I'm not saying we're going to get rid of a drug. No, you're never going to get rid of the drug. Because the cartel, they're coming here by the tonnage, okay? But we can chase them out of the county. So we can chase them out of the county. We are winner. We are winner. We have kids dying with them pills. We have people dying for drugs. It costs millions of dollars to take care of these people. It's insane.
And if you make the drug dealers be more afraid to be in Northumberland County.
Well, we're gonna set up they have a hotline, but it don't work. Everybody afraid to call them because then they squeal. We're gonna have a hotline, and we're gonna have a hotline in the commissioner's office. And then we call the DA, we call the judge, and we say, hey, here's where the drug deal they are. Go get them.
Almost like the hotline for children and youth like they have.
Yeah. But children and youth, we don't have people to work. How are we gonna take care of the children?
Is there
Now let me tell you something else about children and youth, okay? Any agency and agents, the people in Northumberland County say, where are we gonna get all this money? Children and youth, it's funded by the federal government. It don't cost nothing to the taxpayer.
Oh.
MHMR, mental health, it's funded by the federal government. It costs 2%. 2%. In a $1 million budget, 2%, it's $20,000. Come on, man. We can get a lot of money for the Fed, and they abandoned the senior citizens. We had 11 senior citizen centers. They're down to 4. Some of them working 1 day a week. We abandoned all the senior citizens. That's ridiculous. I'm going to bring it back. The money comes from the state. It don't cost nothing to the taxpayer. I bet you ask the other commissioners, they don't even know.
Well, I haven't even really talked to any of them yet, but trying to find if there's any questions from the viewers here.
Yeah.
So I want this trip. Somebody just mentioned that said county workers don't make enough money. I had to have says I don't have a degree and I'm making more than my former co-workers at the county that have degrees.
Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, so when I was there, children and youth, there was again the entry level, it was $21,000. Okay, so I bring it to $31,000. Okay, as I go there, I'm gonna bring it to $50,000 because the money comes from the federal government. You get what you pay. You understand? So you gotta pay the people what they're worth. Okay, and I'm telling you, it costs a 0 penny to the taxpayer. It's all federal funded money except 2%. 2%.
Well, okay, so we touched on the prison. The prison is a big issue right now. A lot that's been
911 is the most important one for me and my agenda.
Because people in emergency situations, seconds count sometimes, and people should feel confident that when they call 911, that it's going to get dispatched correctly, and people, you know.
We playing with people's lives. That's insane. That's a disgust. That's a disgrace. They're commissioning to save $40,000, $45,000 a year. We lost a child. Shame on them. And I hope the people don't forget an election day to vote them out.
And you did mention that as you were commissioner, you brought in Great Dane, which is 400 jobs, and that's a lot for this area.
Yeah.
And then we have places.
Now, they could be 350, 370. I heard it was 400, so I don't want to hold me to. You know, it's around that range.
Yeah, I mean, and they keep expanding. Anyway.
Yeah, they sent an email. They sent an email against me the day before yesterday. Clausi, he gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to Biden or to the Democratic Party. I never gave a penny to that bum.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of rumors that go around like that, and a lot of
I hope that people don't believe it. I believe it the truth. When I speak, you see me, I have any tablet in front of me? I know nothing, right? No. Because I told the truth, and I can tell the truth with 20 interview I have. I don't have to write down. I don't have to do nothing, because I told the way it is.
And, well, of course, we have questions like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, a question is the one, and I've asked before this, you ran as a Democrat before.
Yes.
And now you are running as a Republican.
Yes.
Why do you see yourself as a Republican?
And I tell you what, why I'm running as a Republican. Okay, I run as a Democrat, but in Washington, D.C., I never voted for one Democratic in my life, because I'm a conservative, and I am a businessman. I want the people of Washington, the business people who can run the government. We don't want the Biden. We don't want them people, they don't do what's right. And all the congressmen and senators down there, they're all lying to the public. They're all career politicians. I don't think that somebody should be there no more than 8 years. No more than 8 years, they should go.
A lot of people are pushing for
okay,
term limit.
Now let me tell you why I turned Republican. Okay, I was sick and tired to see the Democrats hate the police, crime. Them people that smash a store across the United States, and they're protecting. Democrats are protecting. I don't want to be there no more. I left. And I will never be Democratic again in my life. But I always a conservative man, and I always voted Republican in Washington, D.C. Local, I voted whoever I thought he was the best man.
And that's how it should be, and that's why we do.
And I work for Democratic or whoever wins. I work for all of them. Oh, I don't care where they are.
Now, speaking of Republican or Democrat, because there's obviously going to be Democrats and Republicans as commissioners.
Sure. You got to work across the aisle.
That's my question was, how do you feel like you're
No, because I'm a Republican, I got to work with a Republican. That's nonsense. You work what does best for the people in Northumberland County.
And with people, are you, I know...
Hey, I was a Democrat. I worked with Maura Phillips. Maura Phillips was a Republican. We worked together like a dream. I worked with Bridey, Commissioner Bridey. He was independent. I was a Democrat. We worked together. I worked with Maura Phillips. We did what was best for the people. We didn't worry about a Democratic or Republican or independent. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I do not want to be a Democratic anymore.
Okay. Well, speaking
because the country's going the wrong road. The country's going the wrong. And so we have a Biden the next 4 years. Okay, next year they're going to be the election.
Yeah.
We're all going to be. It's a disaster. We're going to. America's done. And so we have another Democratic in Washington. America's done.
Well, now I know you, because I was there. I covered when you did the Ukraine donations and stuff like that. I covered when you were collecting money. Now that was something in the community for Ukraine. What are you active in this community? What are you active in this community?
I always take care of children. I never broadcast what I do to children. I donate hundreds of thousands in the community. I didn't donate 100,000 to the politician. The way they brushed me the other day in the paper and the brochure, they lie. Okay. Anybody wants to challenge me, I challenge them, anybody. I always give it to the community. Every year, I donate diesel fuel to heat the homes, because a lot of the senior citizens, they don't have the money. Okay, I know broadcast to the people. I always did it behind the scene. The only thing we went public was children, the Ukraine, because my goal was to raise $100,000
For an orphanage.
for an orphanage, for the orphanage. Yeah, you see them people, they get shot every day. Okay, I raised $150,000 in 9 days. I called people in California, Chicago, all my friends I did business with. That's why I raised the money. I went to the Ukrainian myself and made sure every dollar went to them children. I bought a lot of tablets, a lot of shoes, a lot of food. And when I come home, I won $150,000. I come home with $36. All of the money went to the children. That's what I'm happy about it.
Well,
And I want everybody to know I risked my life. The bomber was coming down when I was there.
well, I mean, it's a dangerous situation anyway.
But you know what? What's the odds of a bomb to come on my head? Very, very slim.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, you have a community. I've heard it before, and I've seen people talk about you. A lot of things that I've heard about you is like you're rash, or the way you speak, which I think is just the way you speak.
That's the way I am.
But the other part is a lot of people say that you do get things done. So maybe
100% I get things done.
So
And I work 24 hours a day to get things done.
So if there's if there's anything else that you want to add here, I can look for questions to see.
Yeah, you can look for questions. I answer any question. Anybody has any question, I answer anything you guys want me to answer. I was in the radio today. I didn't pull no punch. I told them the way it was.
What if you're elected, what is your goal to accomplish at least in the next 4 years?
Well, I told you already. We're gonna slam out of prison, children and youth, 911. And it's we have a lot of coal land. We have a 7,000 acre. We gotta go look what that coal is, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna sell that land and bring the money back to the county.
There's a lot of open land.
A lot of open land, yeah, a lot of open land, a lot of coal land we have. Okay, and we have to go. We're gonna hire someone to go look for where they are, and we're gonna go out for bid. No behind the scenes deal. We're going to bid everything out, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to bring the money back to the county.
Okay. So you aren't running for? Somebody mentioned, because you said you're not trying to be a career politician. They asked, so you're not going to run after this. Say if you win.
So I win, I'm going to stay 4 years and I'm going to go home.
That's what I know you said that before.
Yeah. And when I was there, I make my commitment. I serve 8 years and I go home, and I went home. I don't want to be a career politician. I'm not. I have better things to do too in my life.
Absolutely. I mean,
I'm doing for the people. I'm doing for the public. Show me another guy who will spend the money I spend to be a county commissioner. I'm not doing for myself. I don't need nobody's money.
Are you willing to hold court funding until drugs and alcohol random testing in courts? I don't know.
It's a lot of the stuff there. We got to talk to the judge. We got to talk to the magistrate. How are we going to handle this? But I will guarantee everybody in Northumberland County that we're going to chase the drug deal out of the county.
Well, unless there's anything you'd like to add, why the voters should vote for you on Tuesday.
Well, the voters should vote for me on Tuesday for the simple reason I want to go there and clean up the county. I was there before and I cleaned it up, and I want to go back there and clean it up again. And you guys voted for me at the election day on May 16. I will make everybody in Northumberland County proud. Okay. This morning was an issue, and they're trying to, this morning in the radio station, say, can you change anything from before? Hey, I'm not a perfect guy, okay? I make some mistake before, maybe, yeah. But I make one mistake, I make a 99 right things. Okay, I'm not perfect, you know? I can make a mistake, This time, can I watch a little close? To not make no mistake, yeah, I'm gonna watch more close. But I'm proud of what I did in Northumberland County. Nobody, it would have bothered building. They had to pay $20 million rental, and I bring it back to the county for zero money to the taxpayer. For $7 million. It didn't cost a penny to the taxpayer. It's all been paid by the federal government.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, Vinny.
Well, in the close, I want to say that I appreciate it. Everybody listen to me. And again, I'm going to ask for the public to come out and vote on May 16 and please give me a chance to serve your community. And I will make you proud.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much to listen to me.
And well, that's why we do this. I do this because I believe that everybody should have an educated choice about the candidate when they go to the ballot box, and I believe
Correct.
everybody deserves a platform to tell people where they stand. So,
And I hope the people voted the issue. I hope the people voted the issue we have in the county. Don't vote the politician, vote the issue.
not just favoritisms.
That's right.
Okay. Well, if you guys could, before we go out here, if you could like and share the video, get this information out there. It shakes up the algorithm. And thank you guys all for tuning in.